So, should you farm Brawl Quest? I'm sure you've seen the notification that'll be going live in less than 12 hours from now, at least the time of the recording of this video. Should you be farming it? And the answer is going to be dependent on how much extreme co-op you did. Do you got a lot of these editing brushes? If so, then honestly, probably not. If you're a new player in particular who ain't able to access this game mode right here. Where is it? This ain't going to be around for much longer. It might even be going away today, to be honest. Let's check, just to be on the safe side. Nope, 2 days. A little less than 2 days. Actually, a little over 2 days, because or 1 day. A little over 1 day, because once the Brawl Quest goes live, this will be less than 24 hours until it goes away. So, what is Brawl Quest and what can you expect? So I know you're going to see some rewards on there that are going to be like, oh, I should farm it for that. And to be honest, if you've been playing a while, chances are you probably will not need it. Now, this is just one-time rewards, editing brushes, wills, and Hogyokus. You're going to be wanting to farm the hardest version, very hard, as you have a chance at droplets. And if you bring characters that have droplets, like plus to droplets, plus to potions, you're going to be getting potions and droplets from that, based on the character's links or soul traits that you have linked to the characters. So, yes, you're going to get a benefit there. You're going to be getting Hogyoku wills, but chances are if you did 8th anniversary co-op, you're probably not lacking any of those either. Same thing with large EXP crystals, you're not going to be lacking that. Now, if you're lacking these books, especially if you're a new player, you're probably going to, and you're lacking this is the main one you got to be lacking in order for me to say it would be worth farming it. And by lacking, I mean you still have a lot of accessories to max, and you got less than 10,000. If you have less than 10,000 of this, editing brushes, the regular ones, and you still need to max a lot of accessories, then I'm going to say farm this or farm extreme co-op. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't need to farm it anymore because, as you've seen before, I have, what was it, like 15,000? Yeah, 15,688 editing brushes. And I don't need to use them that often. I also got enough books and powders to last me a long time, so I'm not going to be using those. I mean, that's what? That's almost, so it's like 900. Yeah, it'd be like 900 of this, 850 of this, 870 accessories I could do for this one, 870 here. And this one even more so, 1,600. So that's how many of those powders, books, and editing brushes that I have. So I just have a lot. And this is because I played Brawl Quest last year, around 7th anniversary, I believe. And then I had another one like 4 months later that they did, and I farmed that. Then I farmed some extreme co-op for I did like 4 to 6 months worth of farming, because this is back when extreme co-op was a little bit more annoying because you had to get to 3rd seat, I believe, in order to get the really good version of it. Well, they finally made it access to all versions, so as long as you're in 7th Street, you can access it, which is very beneficial. This is probably worth farming if you are able to do it and you haven't done it for not only the brushes, but for the medals. So if you go down here, or for the rewards, where's the heck is it? Extreme Co-op Medal Exchange. Now, as you can see, I exchanged some of it. I already have a lot of these silver scrolls, so I haven't bothered with it. Not going to really bother with those editing brushes, or these accessories, or these. I just don't find any interest of actually exchanging it for that. But if you scroll down here, you can get Ascent Scrolls, some large scrolls for the different attributes, medium, small. So this is for when you look at characters. Like when you pull a 1 out of 5 character, you get the 1 out of 5 here, and you put an attribute there. Those scrolls help to get that to level 10, which gives you an additional amount of statistics here. For attack and spiritual pressure, or SP, that's 500. For defense, I believe it's 300. For stamina and focus, I believe it's 1,000. So, yeah, definitely worth doing it. At least to farm it once. I don't think you'll really need to farm many months in advance anymore. I did the extreme co-op grind in like a day. I did it the first day it was there, and I was done. I don't need to grind it because I don't need to be in 3rd seed. I can be whatever, as long as I'm in 7th seed, or how do you say it, lower or higher? Because it's a lower number, but it's a higher rank. So as long as you're in 7th seed, 6th seed, and etc., just keep going down on the numbers, all the way up to head captain league, you will be able to farm extreme co-op. And honestly, I'm starting to question if, besides for the new players, if Brawl Quest is even worth farming anymore. I don't think it's good of an event as it used to be, but if you're a new player, need a lot of accessories to max out, farm this event or the extreme co-op. If you can't do the extreme co-op because you're not that rank, farm this until you got like 15,000 editing brushes. And preferably use a character like Chojiro. What's her name? Mila Rose, I think. Is it Mila Rose? Yeah, it's Mila Rose. Where they have plus 10 to potion, increased. Well, actually, I think that's because of the droplet one is because of the characters I have linked. If you look here, and equip your characters that you're not using with like these mine droplet drops plus 30%. All these different drops. Potions, you're probably gonna want the potion characters there as well. Like this Chojiro has, I believe I think his soul trait. Yeah, soul trait is a droplet drop plus 30%. Then I obviously got characters that I'm also boosting the droplet drops percentage. He also has plus 5 to potions, and he also has plus 10 to speed droplets. So yeah, overall, if you stack up with the best characters that you have that provide bonuses to potions and droplets, and you're a new player, assuming you have some, you might not, then yeah, I'd be farming this as a new player. No questions asked. Like if I created an account within the last, what is it? So 10 seats, you got to do 1 week. 9 seat, another week. 8th seat is another week. So if you haven't been doing Brave Battles, which is right here, for the past 3 weeks, and getting promoted to, until you got, I believe, 7th seat, which is the seat you need to be in, then definitely farm Brawl Quest until you have, like I said, 10, 15,000 editing brushes. Because those editing brushes go by quickly, especially if you're a new player. Like, I can go, let's work on an accessory to give you an example of how that looks like. So, as you see, we got a 5-star accessory. We are going to use this. Any one of these can power it up. Obviously, the weaker they are, the less effective. But if you look, I have spiritual pressure plus 10%. We're going to need to reroll that. So here you have my editing brushes. We're going to want 30% SP. So we're going to go like this. Some people just go all the way up to 100 right here. That's the maximum you can do per reroll. And let's actually do that. So we're going to want SP. Spiritual pressure, 30%, close. And we're going to see how lucky we get. Or unlucky. It's really going to depend. And you can click. So we got it. Let's see. So we got very lucky here. That only took 4 rolls. That is very lucky. Because chances are you will be getting 30, 40, 50 plus an attempt. I think someone averaged it out to be like 50 to 60 per roll on average. When you're really lucky, you're going to get rolls like that. When you're really unlucky, you're going to get rolls that sometimes even take above 100 editing brushes to get the roll you want. So do keep that in mind. That was actually very lucky, so don't expect that to happen very frequently. But yeah, so as you can see, that's how quickly 100 editing brushes could go by. If you rolled that and you're just very unlucky, you might not have got that 30% SP from just doing a 100 roll. If you're very lucky, you might only need one. I've had that happen before where I'll do like a times 50 roll, and it's just only one editing brush used. It's very rare, but it has happened to me a few times. But yeah, so like let's say you have to do like 500 accessories, because you're going to want to have multiple copies for every attribute of the more useful accessories. So let's just say you need to do 500 accessories. You're going to focus on the ones you want the most, like the best accessories you have. If your average luck is 50 editing brushes per accessory to get the roll you want, that means 10 would be, what would it be? 500. 100 would be 5,000. So 500 would be 25,000 editing brushes, if my math is correct. If you end up getting an average of about 50 editing brushes per reroll that you want on average throughout the whole 500 accessories, yeah, you're looking at like 25,000 editing brushes. That's a lot. Now, that's assuming you're taking the 5-star. Some accessories you can't take to 5-star. Some accessories, you want to have some copies at, even though it says 1,797, I have quite a few of these at the 4-star level. Let's just go like that. I haven't bothered selling them or getting rid of them. So I have a decent amount there that are not at the 5-star, which means the editing brushes are kind of useless. But if you look here, I also have quite a few that are at the 5-star level. Some I haven't actually got to the level 50. Just kind of lazy, to be honest. Haven't really bothered. But I think at some point I will end up going about getting them to level 50 and re-rolling for the necessary slots, in which case I might end up running out of editing brushes. If it's like 100 or a couple hundred, those editing brushes could go by pretty quickly. So in which case, by me doing extreme co-op every month, like if you get to the 7th seat, over the long enough period of time, those editing brushes just keep building up, in which case I shouldn't have to worry about it in the long run, as long as I'm not trying to do it all at once. So hopefully that answers your question. If you skip to the end of the video, TLDR, if you're a new player, farming Brawl Quest is definitely something you want to do. If you don't have a lot of your accessories maxed at a 5-star level and got the rolls that you want, you're going to want to probably farm that, especially if you don't have many editing brushes. Use potion and droplet characters to increase the amount of other rewards you get while farming this. So it's like you're not farming it solely for the potions or droplets, but it's a nice bonus. And if you're a veteran or someone who already has a lot of editing brushes or have maxed out a lot of the accessories you want, got the rolls you want, not worth farming. I'm going to be real with you. So, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.